2022 was a great year for phones, but the tech industry never sleeps, so we are now looking ahead to 2023's handsets, and many of them are shaping up to be very exciting. Leaks and rumors meet. We've already heard a fair bit about key handsets such as the Samsung Galaxy S23 series and the iPhone 15 line, and they certainly rank among the most anticipated phones of 2023. But there are less obvious yet no less exciting upcoming phones too, from brands including Xiaomi, Sony and more. So in this video, you will find the phones we are most looking forward to in 2023. The Samsung Galaxy S23 and its siblings, including the Galaxy S23 Plus and Galaxy S23 Ultra, are likely to be the most popular Android flagships of 2023, and we are expecting to see them early in the year, probably in February. Leaks suggest that Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra could get a monstrous 200 megapixel camera, and that every S20 model will use a Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 chipset everywhere in the world, rather than some regions getting an Exynos 1. Beyond that, their specs might not be a million miles from those of the S22 series, but accept camera and screen improvements, even where the core specs are similar. The Google Pixel 7 only launched in October 2022, but it and the Pixel 7 Pro were so good that we are already eager to see what Google cooks up for the Pixel 8. So far, we haven't heard much about this phone other than that it will probably use a Tensor 3 chipset, support satellite communications, and that it might have 12GB of RAM, but we expect class-leading cameras and generally strong software. Stay tuned for more information, but leaks and rumors are sure to start emerging in greater quantities as we get closer to the phone's launch. The Google Pixel Fold is a phone that we have been hearing about for years, and more recently there have been suggestions that it might land in either first quarter of 2023 or May 2023. Based on the rumors so far, the Google Pixel Fold might have a 7.6-inch foldable OLED screen and a 5.8-inch cover display and a Tensor or more likely Tensor G2 chipset. There's a disagreement on the cameras, but they might impress too, with one leak pointing to a 64 megapixel, 12.2 megapixel, 10 megapixel rear camera combination. We would take all of this with a pinch of salt for now, but this could end up being one of the few non-Samsung foldable phones that's worth getting excited about. Obviously, the entire iPhone 15 line is enormously anticipated. It's the intriguing talk of an iPhone 15 Ultra that has us the most excited. The phone could land in place of an iPhone 15 Pro Max according to rumors, and could have better camera than even the iPhone 15 Pro, including a long-range periscope snapper along with a focus on battery life, a titanium frame and a very high price. These probably won't be out until September 2023 if it lands at all. But it is a phone you might want to get saving for, as the iPhone 15 Ultra could be extremely expensive. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is set to be Samsung's next foldable flagship, but we are not expecting to see it until August 2023, so there's a while to wait. As such, we also don't know much about it yet, but an early leaks point to it using the powerful Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 chipset and having similar cameras to the Galaxy Z Fold. If nothing else, expect it to have a big foldable screen so it can double as a tablet, coupled with a similarly big price tag. The Sony Xperia 1.4 was one of the most interesting phones of 2022, thanks among other things to a continuous optical zoom camera. That's a feature you won't find on other brands, and it helps Sony's flagship stand out from the crowd. So far we haven't really heard anything about the Xperia 1.5, but we would expect it will offer similarly unusual cameras, plus a great screen and a flagship power along with, hopefully, some innovative surprises. Look out for it around the middle of 2023. The Xiaomi 30 Pro has actually already been announced, but so far it's only available in China, with a global launch expected in early 2023. This phone has 6.73-inch 1440 by 3200 OLED screen with a 120Hz refresh rate and a 4820 mAh battery with 120W wired charging and 50W wireless charging. a top-end Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 chipset, and up to 12 GB of RAM. It also has water resistance and a premium design, as you would expect. But the most exciting aspect of the Xiaomi 13 Pro is its cameras, which include a 50-megapixel 1.9 aperture primary camera with a big 1-inch sensor, which should help it take better shots than most phones. It also has a 15-megapixel 2.2 aperture ultra-wide camera and a 50-megapixel 2.0 aperture telescope camera with 3x optical zoom. And if that's not enough for you, then there's also talk of an even more accomplished Xiaomi 13 Ultra, although we haven't heard much about these yet. The OnePlus 11 is another phone that's already been announced, and it was unveiled in China on January 4, making it one of the very first phones of 2023. However, its global launch is not until February 7. This phone has Quad HD plus 120Hz screen, a super powerful Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 chipset, and a new camera setup with a 50-megapixel main sensor and a 48-megapixel ultra-wide one and a 32-megapixel portrait one. There's also up to 16 GB of RAM and a big 5000 mAh battery with a fast 100-watt charging. Plus, the OnePlus 11 sports a new design with a circular camera block that's apparently inspired by black holes. Along with Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5, we are also looking forward to the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, which is likely to be the better seller of the two, thanks to a more palatable price. This upcoming clamshell foldable phone will reportedly use the top-end Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 chipset, have a 3.3 or 3.4-inch cover screen up to from 1.9 inches on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4, and we will have a less visible crease than the current model. That all sounds very promising, but Samsung will have its work cut out to stay at the top of the clamshell foldable heap thanks to tough competitions from the likes of Oppo and Motorola. The Huawei P60 Pro is the forthcoming flagship gadget for Huawei. The new model will be available in a range of colors with other physical features including lightweight slick and a curved edge screen display. According to Huawei, its 6.58-inch display with a resolution of 1200 by 2640 pixels will bring content to life. Featuring a quad camera base including LED flash and a color sensor, the new model will serve its users through a massive camera framework at the rear. Furthermore, the new model will consist of a 50-megapixel wide, 12-megapixel periscope telephoto and a 13-megapixel ultra-wide camera. Inside the notch-off, the display has a 13-megapixel selfie camera, which is sufficient for all practical purposes. You will find RAM and ROM with two 8GB, 12GB RAM, 128, 256, 512GB of storage variants in the model. On the other hand, Huawei may equip this model to support a micro SD card on using a fanatical slot, and the fast charging aspect of this model is plus due to its 4500 mAh or 5000 mAh battery. The flagship smartphone will run with the Harmony OS 2.0 and a Qualcomm SM8350 Snapdragon 888 4G 5nm chipset will power it. Thank you for being with us so far, guys. If you have liked the video, make sure to give it the like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next videos.